Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 7th Life Lessons. This is specifically to the ladies and gentlemen out there who have been trying to accomplish their goals, but they try and fail, try and fail. I'm here to tell you that the only reason why you have been failing to accomplish your goal is simply because you have not made it a must. This is exactly what I mean by making something a must. Let me just share with you this story to explain this. There were two brethren walking through the field, James and John. James fell into a pit. The pit was about 13 feet deep. And when James fell into the pit, John started crying. He didn't know what to do. He kept on calling, James, James, are you okay? James was not responding. Then all of a sudden, James responded with a lower voice and then said, I'm not fine. It looks like my bones are broken. So John said to James, please try and see if you can get out from there. James replied and said, John, I cannot. Please, I need help. So John had to convince James and said, please, James, stay cool. Let me go and look for support in the next store. Let me see if I can get any help from the next store. So James accepted and John took off. But to John's surprise, on his way back with support, he found James seated by the side of the pit. James was out of the pit. And then John asked, James, how did you make it? You said you couldn't do it. What happened? And James replied, you don't know what happened. As soon as you left, a huge snake fell into the pit. And when I looked at that snake, it was a life and death situation. So, by James being in the pit with a snake, it made it clear to him that it was a must for him to leave that pit. When you make something a must, it awakens the sleeping giant within you. And make sure that you go an extra mile. And this is what helped James to get out of the pit. He made it a must. He automatically awakened his sleeping giant and was able to get out. Let me share with you this next experience just to emphasize this point. I want you to imagine that you're in a home by yourself and your 3-year daughter. Maybe you're writing something on the table. All of a sudden the phone rings. As you pick up the phone, only to realize that it is your long-time friend. As you engage into the conversation, you realize there is something wrong. As you look around, your 3-year-old daughter is missing in the house. But as you look through the window, you see her seated in the middle of the road, playing with her toys. As you look right ahead in the corner, you see a speeding vehicle moving towards your daughter. Question number 1. Will you have the pleasure to say, let me first talk to this gentleman and tell him, please, I don't need to be sorry, but I have something to attend to, or you just drop the phone? I think you just drop the phone. But on your way out, the phone rings again. Do you have the pleasure to first come back and pick the phone and say, let me explain to this gentleman that I didn't mean to be rude, but I had something important to take care? Or you ignore the phone? I believe you ignore the phone. Now, as you are passing by on your way to the door, you realize that there are some important documents scattered. Do you have the pleasure to say, let me first correct these important documents before I go to save my kid? Or you ignore them? I strongly believe that you ignore them. Now, as you dash out of the door like this, only to realize that you are still in the pajama, do you say, let me go back and put on something decent for the occasion? Or you just go? automatically you just go. Now, when you step out, do you run or walk? I believe you just run. Now, that is exactly what I mean to make it a must. You must make your dreams a must. Because when you make it a must, it automatically awakens the sleeping giant in you. And that is what will make you accomplish your goal. Because when your sleeping giant wakes up, it is like a rocket taking off. Nothing can stop it. So go make your dreams a must to accomplish them. Thank you so much. This is Richard Lwaya. God bless you.